Ladies and gentlemen, you are warmly welcome to the podcast of Multimulk Consultancy. As you all know about कि Multimulk जो है वो all around the globe citizenship and also in real estate sector में काम कर रहा है, especially in Turkey and Dubai as well. Today we are very honored and pleasure to have Allyson Reneau over here. We talk about our guest experience and exposure. She is graduate from Harvard University in International Relations. She has experienced and worked as an international space consultant. She also visited around 41 country around the world and have a really great interaction experience and exposure while visiting the different country around the world. And she also have a very passionate to have interaction with especially with the youth as well. So the purpose of this podcast would be to learn to have her experience about her journey around the world and especially about the Turkey, about the Turkish people, culture, the history, the safety and security, and also the business opportunity in Turkey. Thank you so much, Ms. Allyson. You visited us, and it would be really pleasure being a Pakistani that you mentioned you visit around a dozen times here in Pakistan, and you have a lot of interaction with youth as well. And of course, you have a very diverse experience about because you are a frequently traveler around the world. So we really want to ask about your experience and exposure and your interaction while you having the interacted with the people, especially about the Turkey. So how you feel at that time and how was your experience because you mentioned around you have visited around 4 to 5 times. So what do you see especially about the people? How the people are, how the culture is there, how the environment is there, how the safety and security is there, especially for the women. So please.
Well, I've been to Turkey, like I said, maybe 6 or 7 times, if not 8. I'm actually headed there in just a few days. And I think the first thing that impressed me about Turkey was the airport. I mean, it's just like mind-blowing. And I believe it sets the tone of what to expect in Turkey and the progress that they've made and what they're doing there. They are putting themselves on the world stage as a superpower. And I think that's the first thing you see. You're like, wow, amazing. And then once you get out into the, society and you eat at the restaurants and you stay at the hotels and you experience Turkey, it's a place that I could actually move personally. I would feel right how we live as an American. There, I feel like it's very cross-cultural. I feel like if you're a Muslim or a Christian or a Jewish or Hindu, we fit in Turkey. It's very open society. It's respectful. It's a place of excellence. Everything they do there, it doesn't matter if you walk inside the architecture of a mall or a restaurant, it's impressive. The food is out of this world. I'm an agricultural person. I grew up in agriculture, so I'm very aware of quality soil, fertile soil, and the way things are grown. And I don't think I've tasted such juicy vegetables and fruit as I have actually in Turkey. So I think it's a win-win for your health, for your wealth, and for your mental prosperity as well.
Perfect. And what you would say about those people who are right now, they are looking for some kind of citizenship, or might be they are looking for their, the second passport, because Turkey right now, including the multiple countries, they are offering citizenship through investment.
Yes.
Turkey is also one of that. They are offering citizenship through real estate investment. So what you will say about it? Because you already experienced their culture, as you mentioned, and also the policies, also the security and safety system there. So what do you suggest to those people who are just around and looking for the second citizenship, also the second passport around the world? So what's your take about the Turkey?
I like this question because I have a global mindset, having traveled to 41 different countries and have been open, and even am open in my mind today, and thought about what country would I like to move to personally if I could move away from the United States and live. And Turkey always comes to mind immediately. You can have everything you want there. Plus, it has a phenomenal history and the price compared to, I've checked prices and requirements for many different nations around the world. I also like it because it's centered right in the middle.
Yes,
So
exactly.
this part of the world, and you can get anywhere quickly. If you want to go to Azerbaijan, or you want to go to Europe, or you want to go south, you want to go to Saudi, you want to go to Pakistan, you want to go to any of these places, it's centrally located.
Yeah.
So you can go anywhere you want. It's also very secure, very safe. You also have an excellent military, strong government leadership. So I think it's a pretty stable place. You can put your roots down and grow and build your life there.
Of course, as you mentioned, it's a strategic location of this country because it's located in between the three continents. we can say the Africa, the Europe, and then Asia as well. Okay, so after having your because you mentioned you visited around 41 countries around the world.
That's right.
Okay, perfect. So having a lot of experience, exposure, interaction with different nation around the world, what kind of a message you want to give to the anybody who is there, who is just watching you, especially about the youth, that how they can put their self on what passage to get the success, and what is the benefit also to visiting around the world, any different country.
I believe that travel changes our heart, our life, our mindset. We as human beings think that where we live and how we do things is the only way to do it. It's the only food to eat. It's the only way to worship. It's the only way to think. It's the only way to do this. And when we almost clash up against another culture, it's like every country I go into, just what I call shock factor.
Right.
I'm shocked at the weather, or I'm shocked at the language, or I'm shocked at the food, or I'm shocked at what people wear. And it's good for me. Having me a little farm girl in a little tiny town, I needed to be awakened. Now, what I found out versus what the media says is that people are kind, wonderful, respectful all over the world. So inviting, hospitable, open your door. There's always a few bad people in every country, but 98% of people are amazing. And I didn't know that until I got out and traveled. And I think if you don't have the money to travel, get on YouTube and watch a traveler. And that will start to open your mind. There's nothing that replaces that actual experience. And if you have to do it with the least amount of money possible, do it anyway. If you have to sit in the worst plane, like I used to, the worst thing on the airplane, and sleep in a, car, or travel by train and sleep on a train by night like I did through Europe the first time, I'm so glad I did. Was it hard on me? Yes, but it changed my life.
Oh, that's great. And the last question I really want to ask from your side, that you mentioned you visited around 41 countries. So what is the major three things that you like most about the Pakistani nation?
Well, I didn't know what to expect. And I always come with an open mind when I go to a new country. So I don't Google the country. I don't try to look at their politics or anything. I just want to come in with just like a fresh mind and see, assess it as is, the real thing. And I didn't know that the thing that I noticed in Pakistan is you can walk into a home, a stranger, and leave a friend. Every time I walked into a home, there was food set before me. There was hospitality and service and real care. Do I want to stay the night? Do I have a place to stay? Can you get a ride somewhere? The generosity shocked me. And I think if you have had trauma in your life as a woman over the years, and we all have as a woman, Pakistan is a place to come to heal. I came here and I felt my heart was healed by the love, the care, the warmth, the desire, the hunger. The people they just wanted me. They didn't really care about my accomplishments. They just were kind to me as human beings, and that impressed me. And it truly made me a better person.
Oh, thank you so much. It would be really honor and pleasure, especially for us as being a Pakistani, that you have a very positive and very the pleasant image about the Pakistani. Thank you.
It's your love that brings me back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It would be really honor. Thank you so much once again for your precious time, your insight, and of course, would love to have you all the time.